Hello friends, it's Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing tonight? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here just doing a little crafting tonight, I guess you could call it. So I guess this is a craft with me video. So you know, if you're making some journals or whatever you're working on, I would love to hear about what you're working on while you're watching this video. The other day I crafted along with someone, and that was so cool that we were both cutting paper, you know what I mean? And it was just, she was doing her video and I was doing my thing. So it was funny at part of it, you know, the part of it where we were both cutting paper, I was like, oh, we really are crafting together, you know what I mean? So I put one of these journals in my shop last night, and I you know, have 6 more to do. So these 3 right here still need more pages in them, and I have all the pages organized that I'm putting in them, and you know, so they all have similar pages, not the same and not in the same order, nothing like that. Just really what I called it last night was extremely eclectic, I think is what I said. And if you're a paper lover, like, you will love, like, I just love eclectic journals. It's just, if you're a paper lover, you will just, you know, you just love, you know, looking through a book with, you know, these have around 75 pages, so you just love looking through a book with 75 pretty different papers, you know what I mean, pages. And then you can do different things on them. You can decorate them, you can write on them, you could paint on them, you could draw on them, you know, you could collage on them, just whatever you want to do type of thing. So I thought, well, I have everything organized. Let's let's just mix it up here. I kind of just got an urge to mix it up. So I said, let me see what else I have that I haven't gotten out yet and organized into my little page kind of assembly line here in back of me on my dresser. And I brought out, first of all, I brought out a coloring book. And I was like, well, what am I going to do with this? And I looked at the pages, and I folded them and they didn't crack, but I'm still afraid to put them in there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the coloring book pages yet. This is what they look like. This really browned. And I think that it doesn't have a year in it, so I really don't know what year it's from. Some of the pages were torn out, so if it had a copyright in it at one time, it doesn't now. But I'm going to guess 70s. So it's a Mother Goose coloring book. So what I did, since I decided not to use the pages in one of these journals, or any of these journals, I was like, well, I wonder what these would be like if they were cut out. So I took these are all from one page. I cut out this little girl. Isn't she cute? And I cut out a chair. This little girl's head was left, so I cut that out. I cut out, let's see, this is a little flower pot. And you see that little flower pot? And I guess you could paint these or, you know, color them. But I kind of like, you know, how we like the vintage look of things. And of course, they're very browned. And I think it's maybe coloring books. This is kind of like newsprint. So, you know, it looks like it's 100 years old, but it's probably not, because it's just newsprint, like cheaper paper, and it probably maybe browns faster than, you know, maybe a book that's 100 years old wouldn't even, the pages wouldn't look this brown, but this is just, you know, like cheap coloring book paper. I mean, it's a very thick, I already put it over there and out of my way, but it's one of those very thick coloring books that cost $1. So you know that was some cheap paper in there, right? But super cute little images, I thought. And so, like, here's a little bear, and here's a little, this was a picture of a fish. Isn't that adorable? And then a lot of them had little, you know, since it's Mother Goose, a lot of them had little rhymes on there on the page. So this one says, little Betty Blue lost her holiday shoe. What can little Betty do? So adorable, right? So I thought maybe I would put some of these in, either glue them in. Well, I would like to see how one glues in, you know what I mean? I want to see how, like, what kind of, I mean, I guess I'll use glitter glue, art glitter glue on one. But I want to see, let me actually do a practice page, because I don't want to ruin any of the pages I have in the journals right now. They're kind of like, you know, my favorite pages in there. Let me grab a regular book page that I would want to glue something on here. Let me see, like a page with just writing on it that you wouldn't mind gluing something on, like one of these. See, these have all just text on them, so let's glue one or some on here and just see how they look. I didn't know what I was going to do, whether I was going to use it to decorate. I just kind of turned on my camera and said, let's see what happens, you know what I mean? So, like, if these were going to be pages, these would actually fit in there, but they're too wide. So let me cut a little bit off. I just want to get, I don't want to end up cutting off one of these after I glue it on. So let me get them to the right size here. And then we'll try art glitter glue and see how this glues on with art glitter glue. Let me just measure. So yeah, a little bit off this side here, and then that should be good. And so we can experiment here with these two pages. Yeah, that'll fit in there if I want to put it in there, which I probably will. So like I said, I just had an urge to put some different pages in instead of, you know, because I did the flip through last night. I was like, well, I don't know if I'll flip through any more of them because they're all going to be, they all have similar papers, so you guys probably don't want to see the rest of them, right? But then tonight I was like, well, you know, why don't I just put something in there that is different, you know? So I get to show you guys, you know, more of the books. I did already put one thing. I was looking for some envelopes last night, and I have all my, in fact, I turned to it right here. Isn't that weird? I'm going to show you this. This is what I was going to show you. I thought that I was going to have to look through here and find it, but I just turned right to it. But I was looking for an envelope to put something in. I have a drawer in my dresser in back of me, and it's all cards and envelopes. Okay, so I was getting an envelope, and I was like, look at all these big cards I have in here. And I had a bunch of cards, or I probably still have some more in there, but kind of like bigger size cards like this. You know, they're all not necessarily, some of them are vintage, some of them are not, but they're just cards that I've picked up here and there, you know what I mean, at thrift stores and things. So this one is super cute. It has a little bunny on it. It's a birthday card. And so I thought, well, this is something different. Had an urge to put something different in the rest of these 6 that I have left to put together here. So I put a card in each one. I think I had got 6 cards out and put one in each one, and just cut like this where the card was joined, the spine of the card or whatever. I cut that off, but I kept the front and back together, so you can see like this was the front of the card and this was the back, and now they're together as pages in the journal. So that was something different I added since last night to the rest of these. And then, so right now we're going to experiment with this. Let's glue this little lady here. She's so cute. And yeah, so she's going to be on a page. Let's see. I want to kind of have her. She'll fit on here. Let me see which one would she look best on. It probably doesn't matter. She'll look cute on any of them, right? Isn't she cute? She's crying, but she's still. She has a. Oh, what is she? Okay, what was that poem? Little Betty Blue lost her holiday shoe. What can little Betty do? So she lost her shoe. That's why she said, maybe I'll put this with it, so everybody knows why she's crying, you know what I mean? So let's glue her down with some art glitter glue and see. Hopefully this will be successful and I won't, have to throw her out if I mess her up with art glitter glue. But I want to make sure she's stuck down, and I don't really, I know she's just paper on, this is just paper on, and this is not shiny or anything, this is just flat, like matte paper, but I still just want to make sure she's glued down. Probably could get away with craft bond, but I just want to, we can experiment here with, maybe I'll do a smaller piece with, I just don't want to, put craft bond over this whole piece and then have it not stick. So art glitter glue, I know it's going to stick. So, okay, I think I got a good amount on there, pretty much all over the edges. Here's a little piece right there that probably needs some. Okay, let's see how she does on a book page. So this is a vintage book page, and it is it, I think it's a little browned also, but this is of course very, very browned. So let's get her on here correctly. I got a string. Okay. She goes right from the top of the page to the bottom of the page here. I'm just trying to think. Well, it kind of is too late. Okay, so what I can do is, I was just thinking I might want to move her to the other side. If I put it in this cinch bound journal, the cinch is going to go right about right here, or right partly through her, but I can put her on this side. So the cinches will be over here, and then you turn and you see her. Okay, that'll work. All right, so let's see how she's doing with the art glitter glue. She feels like she's down good. I don't see it seeping through. I was wondering if it would seep through. I think it did a little bit right here, but we'll see how it is after it dries. I really don't mind that at all. I mean, it's already discolored, so it just adds to the vintage look. And I don't think it was like that. I think this little mark right here is from the glue in there, and there's a little bit right here. But like I said, I don't mind it at all because it's already browned, and which is actually discolored, you know, from its original color. So, you know, a little bit more discoloring doesn't bother me. But we'll see if it dries while we're here on camera. We'll see how it goes. But let's put her little poem with her somewhere because we want to know why she's sad. I might, let's see. So I cut out, it was like a little paper that was rolled up kind of here at the end. So I look like a little scroll, unscrolled. But since I don't want to cover up her sock and her shoe, I'm going to cut a little bit off here so it'll fit down here better. So I'm just going to, let's see, maybe I'll go with the same shape that it is here if I can. And I don't know if I can actually do that, but just a little curved shape, kind of like they have it here. And then, yeah, that's good. See, I did a little curve there, so let's see if that fits. You see, that'll pretty much fit. Let me just cut this off. Well, this has got the scroll here, so I don't want to cut that off. Sorry. Sometimes you got to think about these things. So I can put it right down at the bottom here or the top. Oh, I think it fits. It looks better at the top. What do you think? Right there. And then that'll be why, then whoever ends up with this in their journal will know why she's sad, right? So cute. So just a little bit so it doesn't come through. Maybe I put a lot in those two spots right there. So I'll try to put a little bit less and see. I do have it kind of a lot right there and right there. So let's see if that comes through. All right. And let's see, do I have it? Trying to see if I have all my pieces that I cut out of the, I think they're all here. I thought I had one more piece, but I don't see it. So, okay, so that is gluing down nicely also. So there you go. If you have an old coloring book that you're afraid to use it as actual pages in a journal because you're afraid it might be too weak, you can maybe cut out the images and glue them down onto something. I glue these on a page, but you could glue them on a file folder or cardstock and, you know, make little ephemera pieces out of them. So that's one page that can go in a journal. Let's go ahead and glue something down on this page. This side, actually we could glue something on. I think I'll leave it like this. And then I'll leave this blank for writing here. And this is a cute little Mother Goose poem, or this is from another book that is has kind of like poems too. Yeah, that's what that was from. So anyway, this, if you see lights flashing, I have my TV on. I've been watching Gail tonight before I turn my camera on. So let's see if we want more than the. Isn't he cute sitting down here? I love him. So adorable. I think she needs her own page, just little head there. She was left, I cut out all these pieces and then I was looking at the pieces that were left that were going to be trash to make sure there wasn't anything else I could save, and this little head was, the body was cut up of this little girl, but this head was left, so I saved that. That's how I just got a head there, but let's glue this bear down. He's adorable. Trying to remember to do a lighter. Okay, and I can spread out. If I got it globbed on, let's spread it out a little bit so it doesn't, you know, come through. Let's try that. Okay. Don't see any coming through yet, so he's going to go right down here. So the cinches will go over here. I mean, you could layer him. You could put, I don't know, other things under him, like some colored paper, cardstock, cheesecloth, whatever, but I don't know, I like layering a lot, and sometimes just a simple thing too. I like both. So isn't that pretty? So simple but so adorable. So since I like these so much, maybe we should do the rest, right? I have these pages here. Let me pull out some more. Let's see, that was all from this book here. I've got these books here so I can use them in these journals, and I've already used some of these, but this one, what was this from? I don't know, but it's got some cute poems on it. Anyway, so let's see. This has got a candle. Let me see if I have some with just text, some more with just text. Here's one with just text. Okay, guys. Yeah, this was a cute book. This was, see this right here? I used some of these pages in these journals. So pretty. Okay, so this one I'm going for, this one has the owl, but this one's just text. So let's cut this down a bit. So I hope you don't mind, just kind of doing whatever tonight, having fun. I hope everyone's doing well. Everything's good here, around here. No one's sick or anything. So let me see how these are gonna fit. Cut that a little thin, but it'll be all right. Cut it a little thin, see? They're a little thin. Okay, this is the one with the owl, so I'm gonna save that. Or I could put something on the other side. That's a lot of room right there. I think I will do that. That's a good idea, because I can use this. Has the owl, and then this, of course, needs something, right? And then this is the one with all the text. So probably between these two, we might be able to use up the rest of these. So since this has a lot, maybe just a little head up here in the corner looking down. No, that doesn't look good. Over here. Maybe she needs to go on the bottom. Looking up. No, I don't know. She might need a special spot. I don't like her there. Okay, this one has a lot of room on it, so I'm going to try the chair over here. And then let's go ahead and do the chair on this one. Let me get this out of the way. I like the chair because it's, let's see. It does have to go on this side though. So this one again would be cinches here, turn it over, and the chair's on this side. I wonder how this little flower pot would look sitting on the chair. It kind of looks cute. I don't know. I might want it. It kind of looks cute, doesn't it? I'm not sure though. Let me think about that. Let's get the chair down. Let's get the chair down. This has got legs on it that I'm going to need to make sure they're glued down so they don't get, you know, torn off or something when we're flipping pages. Okay, alrighty. Down to the edges of the legs of the chair here. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, so I'm going to put this right here. So fun. So cute. Okay, maybe let's see how the little fish picture looks good. It looks on here. Okay. And once again with her, I don't know. She needs a special place, and I don't know what it's going to be. I have a little ticket here I could decorate too. I had this in my ephemera box, and I was like, I coffee dyed it. It was a new ticket from something. I don't know where exactly. I don't remember where I got it, but I had it in my ephemera box, and I pulled it back out because I said it needs something. It needs a decoration. I don't know. She still doesn't even go on there though. So okay, I'm gonna leave this like this because it has the owl on the back. So I'll put that into our done pile, even though, I mean, this can go in a journal, right? And then somebody else can add what they want to on here. They could write all over this part of it, you know what I mean? So my decoration is just part of what's going to happen on that page. Okay, now I'm going to try this, keep trying this head. See where she fits. And the fish picture. Let's see. Nope, too big for that. Oh, here's what I wanted to show you. I knew I had another piece. This is it right here. This was some evergreens that were on the coloring book page. They're like evergreen trees, you know. And I wanted to see how the coloring book took. You can see it came through a little bit here. It's paint brush markers or whatever. Paintbrush. Let me show you just a second. Let me grab them. I put them away. I should have. Watercolor effect paint real brush pens. So they're watercolor markers. See these right here? And they have the little kind of brush on the end. So yeah, I've had these for a while. I used them once before, and I need to figure out what I want to do with them. So I was trying to see if they would work in here, and I made these little trees right here. I colored those trees. So, and I used I think 3 different greens on there. So those can go somewhere. Maybe those will look good on the ticket. The ticket just looks, no, that needs something else. Okay, this will look good on here. The little trees that I colored. So let's glue that down. So today, this is Thursday. Tomorrow it's Friday. And then the weekend. So exciting. Till living for the weekend for sure. working all weekend, living for the weekend. But okay, there's that. Maybe we'll put or on the other side, a little flower pot. This is about, let's see, I wonder, I think this might need some layering, you know what I mean? It just doesn't look good just by itself. And this too, I could put it on some cardstock, like black cardstock or something. This can go ahead and go on here though. I think I'll just stick that right there. Okay, so we might be done with this for right now, because as far as gluing coloring book images down, I just wanted to experiment with that and see how they looked. And I think they look really cute, especially the contrast between this vintage color and this vintage color. There's the one that I colored. There's the chair. That one has the owl on the back. There's the teddy bear, and here's the little girl. I really like that one. You know, the bigger image, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with her because she's so big, but look how cute she is. Okay, so these need something else, like layering, I think. So I'm going to leave those. What else do I have here? Odds and ends. I pulled these out of my ephemera to decorate this one. This one, this. I just want to put strings on here, and these have little pockets that I need to put something in the pockets, and then they'll be ready to go. But I decided I wanted to put holes with strings. And of course my crocodile's in the other room because I was using it during TV craft time last night, so it was still in there. But the other thing I thought I would do is possibly, so those pages will go in these journals that I just showed you that we did together. And then I took apart, this is a Dr. Seuss dictionary. And it's pretty cool the way it came apart. It came apart in signatures like this. See, all these pages were together, and they were all set. These were sewn together, and they were all signatures. There was a one. I think this is one signature. Two. This is just one page that I already pulled off to work with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 signatures. It was a big book. Right, all those. Okay, so that I thought it would be fun to first of all just see how these would do as pages, and I don't want to like waste any of these because I think they're really super cool. Like I don't want to. I want to see what I can do and not waste any of this. So like I have to cut off this edge here to get these 2 pages apart. Let's do that. Here we go. See, just that messy edge I cut off right here. Messy edge. So now this, the only way, oh, I got 3 pages. I thought I had 2. Cool. So the only way I can get these in here, here's one of the books. The only way I can get these in here and not waste any, like I don't want to cut them down and try to keep them this way and cut them down, and then what do I have left? I'll have like, I cut this out and then I will have wasted this or have to use it for something else. So why not turn it sideways? Let's see how much I would have to cut off if I turn it sideways. I don't want to cut any off, you know what I mean? I mean, these words go right up to the top here. Pretty much. There's just a little tiny line I could cut off the bottom and the top actually without cutting off any words. So let's see. I want to see where the middle is. Let's see where the middle is and see how they fit. Well, this is a pretty old one actually. You probably looking at it thinking 70s, but this is 1964. Yeah, this was an old one. Really, really cool. I really hesitated in taking it apart, but it is so cool. Like eventually I want to also make some like journaling cards out of these and cut up here, I think. But I have a little bit of a problem with that because when I cut this out, like look at the back, it's not even. I wish they would have made the images even with each other, you know what I mean? So when you cut this out, you have the same size image on the other side. But we'll see how that goes. I might have to experiment with that, but right now we're making pages. So I'm going to cut this in half and see how these fit. Do I need to cut more off? Let's see. See, I'm going to have to cut a little bit off, so it might be just enough to cut that little sliver off the bottom and the top, and then I won't have cut off any words or pictures. There's one sliver. And then the bottom, I hope it's enough. I mean, if it isn't, you know, it is what it is, and you got to do what you got to do to make it fit. Or, I mean, I don't have to use them in this journal either, but I really want to because I think they're really cool and they would be fun in here. And they're vintage, very vintage. See, I think they'll be, yeah, I actually have about, here's right at the edge, and then I have a little bit of room there. And of course, they're good this way. So I think we can use some of these. So maybe I'll cut like 2 for each journal. So I have 6 journals left. So I can cut, this is 2, so I can cut 10 more or 5 more pages in half. So let me put those out of the way. Put these, and then so here's 2 more. So I want to look at each one and cut the top. I don't want to just all willy-nilly like do 2 at a time and then end up cutting off words. So I want to be careful. Be careful while I'm doing this. So I don't cut off anything I don't want to cut off. So that's one. So cute, right? Aren't they adorable? Little images. 1964. So cool. Look at, oh my gosh, look at this time. Cuckoo clock. So cute. I love this book. And I didn't buy it. This was given to me. This was from the attic. This is from the attic that my son cleaned out. Yeah. This is the throwaways from somebody that's throwing this in the trash, and my son saved it. Thank goodness. Look how cute. Can you imagine this in the trash? Thank goodness he saved it. Okay, so yeah, I told him everything I've been doing with these books, I've been showing him, and he's like, he's pretty amazed. Like, he knew I would do something with them, but he didn't know what I would do. You know what I mean? Like that, the Mother Goose, what was it? The Mother Goose, the Taw book. And I showed him that. He was like, wow, that's so cool. And then what else did I do with that stuff? Oh, the cookbooks that I had sold, I didn't take apart. The cookbook, the two cookbooks, I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, two cookbooks I did not take apart. I just sold those. And I shared the price that I got for them. I shared it with him because, you know, he got them for me, so why not? He's got bills. He's out on his own. He has his own house, and he's a single guy, so, you know, I figured he could use the money. So I shared that with him. Yeah, he's got two pets. He's got two fur babies. A little kitty cat that he just rescued. I'm trying to get him, he did a video, but I'm trying to get him to send it to me so I can post it on YouTube or somewhere because it's so cute. He got a, let's see, these are two more pages. I'm talking too much. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, enough for 1, 2, 3. So I need 3 more. So let's cut those together. I need to pull out another page here. But yeah, he's got a husky that someone, they didn't want to give it up. They didn't want to give it's a little girl husky. They didn't want to give up the dog, but they were living somewhere where the husky couldn't stay. So it's a little, kind of like a little husky. I don't know if you've ever seen a little husky. This is a little husky. She's very skinny, and he has tried to help her and get her healthier since he got her. Her name is Jazzy. I've talked about her before. She was actually in a car accident, and she got hit by a car after he got her. She got out, even though he had a fence and everything. The huskies are, you know, kind of escape artists. So cutting off the edges here. See, I needed 1, 2, and 3 more, right? So let's cut off 1 more edge. Let's see this one. This is the copyright, 1964. So this would be a good one because I just need 1 more page here. But yeah, the little husky is skinny, and he's gotten her medicine and things to take care of her epilepsy, and she completely healed back to normal from the car accident. She didn't have to have any kind of, you know, she didn't break any bones or anything in that, thank goodness. But anyway, I'm just saying she was kind of a rescue because this guy, his friend, had to find a good home for her, and so my son agreed to take her in even though she has epilepsy and, you know, needs special medicine and things. So so he's been taking care of this little husky. She's adorable. She has all the husky traits too, like, you know, they like to huskies kind of like to, sometimes they like to talk or they like to howl, and she just, you know, very sweet and stuff like that. So so he had the husky already. He's had her probably for maybe a year now already. And then he got this little kitten. My daughter-in-law's father had a stray kitten have kittens in his backyard. And so they've been staying there in his backyard, like under his porch or something. Okay, so let's see if these are fit now. These are just going to be pages in here is what we decided, because they're so cool. So we're just making them fit and trying to see if we need to cut. We cut those first 3, but this one is not one of them, so we need to cut that down. This is one of the new ones. And so anyway, from the time he found out, because he had a kitten that had some health issues, and it was a boy. We've had a couple of boys with health issues. I don't know what it is with the boy cats. You know what I mean? My cat and his cat both had the same issue. And, you know, they both didn't live here. I don't know. I was like, is there something in the water? What's going on? What's wrong? Why are these cats getting these serious health issues? Anyway, so, anyway, both of our boy cats had serious health issues where they didn't make it through, and he wanted another cat, but he said, I want a girl cat this time, because he's very tender-hearted, my son, and he doesn't, and I know I'm the same way. Like when we had our goats and chickens and whatever they would have in our animals, whenever they have problems, I'm just like, I feel sick, you know. If they're sick, I feel sick too, so I understand how he feels. Okay, that one's ready. And so anyway, he said, I want a girl cat this time. I want a cat, but I want a girl cat. I want another cat, but I want a girl cat. So he got himself a little girl cat about a week. No, that's about been 2 weeks now. And she's just 6 weeks old, tiny little thing. And it's charcoal colored. It's a girl. Yeah, he's been told it was a girl, so hopefully it is a girl. Because one of the boy cats that we got was supposed to be a girl, actually, and then it turned out to be a boy. Yeah, so, anyway, he is, I don't know, why did I start talking about the cats and dogs? Anyway, he is, oh, because I said I gave him money from the books, the recipe book, cookbooks that I sold for him, you know, that he gave me. He didn't expect any money from them, but I gave him money for the, you know, shared the money with him because, or the profits or whatever you want to call it, because he has those 2 fur babies and he has a house, his own house, so he does have bills, and he takes very good care of his animals, and they're rescue animals, really, both of them are. So why not? And the little kitty cat, and the little kitty cat and the husky are just becoming best friends. He took a video where, I like this dog, I want to make sure I keep him. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom of this one. And so he took a video of them together laying in one of I think he's got a couple of pet beds. Like he's got one for the cat, a little one where she can crawl in and curl up, and then he's got one for the dog, a little dog bed, but they both are curling up in the dog bed together. And the husky will let the cat just do whatever they're both girls, she just lets the cat do whatever to him. He will not, you know, fight back or anything. He'll play with her, but he won't. Like he said, my son said, she just grabs onto his face with her claws. She's still got claws. I mean, she's too young to have it. He's not going to declaw her. But anyway, she's got her claws, and the kitty cat grabbed onto the husky's, you know, right around his snout, onto his face, onto her face, and he didn't do anything. He just lets that little kitty cat, do whatever she wants. So super cute. And so the other night, Jazzy the dog was laying in her bed, curled up in her bed, and the kitty cat crawled in there and was like just kind of walking around and you know, messing with the dog, but the dog just laid there and let the cat do whatever, you know. So I think they're becoming fast friends, and that they're probably going to be protecting each other, because you know how animals are. they don't, when they're small, they don't know how that they're small, and so I'm sure they'll protect each other. But Jazzy, since she is a husky, will probably be more protective, but of the kitty cat. But they're both inside most of the time anyway, so they're not really much to protect anybody from, except for there's another cat in the house too that belongs to his roommate. He rents out a room, and the roommate has a cat too, so they're all becoming friends, so that's cool. All right, I think these will all pretty much fit. I'm probably talking too much and not concentrating here. This one looks a little wide. Let's see, we might have to cut that a little bit more. Let's make sure these fit. Okay, so that will be good. If I have to cut off more later, I will, but I think I'm going to try not to, and I think they'll be all right. I think we're good. And this goes right to the edge, but well, it goes a little bit over the edge right here. I think it's not straight. Oh yeah, it's right under the words here, and then I've got a little room under the words there. So let's see if we can resolve that issue right now. Yeah, there we go, right under the words. There we go. So can you see the gray there from this book? Right there. That gave me just enough room, so hopefully that will be good. Where's my scrap? Oh, it's so small I didn't see it. Okay, so let's see what time we're at here. Hope you don't mind, I'm just blabbing and cutting pages. So I've got these to put in here. Should we put these in real quick? And we'll put these into. I need some more of these though. I only have one. What did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 2 more because I have 6 journals. So I'm like, this is completely eclectic. So I'm not really like saying, oh, this has to go in a certain spot or anything. I'm just going to open up and put one Dr. Seuss in the front and one in the back. And I'm just going to open up and see, here's a spot. Looks like it needs some color, right? So we're going to put one there. And then we're going to go to the front and see where we need some color. This one we're going to put right here. And then we'll put one of these this little girl in here too. And this one. This little sad girl. I'll put her right here. Okay. And that one. Is that one done? This one still needs more pages. Okay. This one doesn't have all its pages yet. These top 3 do not have all their pages. So that's why we're adding. I can add pages to the others too. It won't, a few pages. They've got 75 pages. Let's see, in 3 of them I have 75 pages. That's my limit. That's all I can get in there and still cinch it together good. But 3 of them do not have their 75 pages yet. Little bear's going to go right there. This is the card. I said I wanted to keep that together. But let's put one Dr. Seuss right here. And then we'll put in the Dr. Seuss. Let's see. Let's put it in between. Oh, there's a little page there. Right here. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. Okay. And then here's the third one that doesn't have its 75 pages yet. We'll put the chair in here somewhere. The chair page. It could go right here. No, I think we need some color right here though. I'm going to put color there. Let's put the chair right here behind the cart. No, this is a page. And then we'll put the other Dr. Seuss page. All right, nope. We'll have to put that one in the back. Here we go, perfect. Need some color right here. Okay, so we got 2 Dr. Seuss in each of those. Those need more pages. These are the 3. Excuse my reach here and my bend and whatever. But these are the 3. These have their 75 pages. You can see how different they look, right? These are heavier and fuller. But I still don't care. I want some Dr. Seuss pages in here because I want something different in each one. I mean, they are different. I mean, they're made from original book pages, so they can't be the same, right? I don't have 7 of the same book, right? So I can't have them all the same. But let's see where one Dr. Seuss page might go. I think we'll put one right here. Oh, we need some color here. Yeah, there we go. That's one of the ones that are, it's really finished, but I haven't bound it yet, so I'm still adding, as you can see. Okay, one Dr. Seuss there, and ooh, this definitely needs some color here. Let's see, there we go. And then here's another one that's done, and except it's not bound. And let's see, that's a map page there. Oh, here we go. Here's, oh no, there's some color right there. Okay. I think we can use one right here. I hope that's not too wide. And, oh yeah, here's some color. Look, too boring. They're not boring, they're like writing pages, but yeah, I definitely need some color right there. So, alrighty, I think, well, the only other thing I was going to add, which I didn't show you, I was going to show you this. This is also was in the stuff that my son brought me, highlights. I have some vintage highlights that I haven't used. They're in my closet. This one my son brought me, and I took the staples out. There was 3 staples here, and I thought, you know what, I just need to start using some of these and stop, just because they're so cool. I don't want to don't want to use them. This one's 1977. I love this right here. This is you know, where you can order more highlights or grown-up highlights or something. I don't know, you can order something there. It's an order form. Here's a bunch here. I can cut these up and use these for ephemera. Aren't they cool? So I'll be doing that. And then here's the pages. So again, more big pages, but so cool. So let's just take one. And they're very browned also, so I gotta make sure. Let me see if there's one that I would mind folding. So yeah, that's a little bit of a problem because I don't want to fold it and then have it crack and then, you know, have to trash it or something. I guess I can just fold a little corner here though. Let's see, let's just, there's a bunch of, well, there's a pretty picture on that side. Let's see. Here's some comics. Here's okay, let's do this one. This is a sports page. Baseball. I mean, I'm not really into baseball, so if I had to cut this corner off, I wouldn't mind. Okay, so let's fold it. Let's see what it does. It's not cracking, but it's kind of like that. Reminds me of, this paper reminds me of the coloring book. Like, can I put this in a journal? It's very, very browned, and that's what I did with the coloring book. I took one out. See, look, this page is even browner than this page. I don't know why. Look at that. How brown, how much darker this is. Can you see that? This one right here, like twice as dark as this one. It's all from the same highlights. Look how big this is. Isn't that cool? Okay, so let's just see what it does as a page. We'll cut off this where it's joined here. And I know you can collage with this, or I can glue it down and, you know, stuff like that. I just want to see if I can use it by itself. Okay, again, I don't want to cut off anything that I, you know, like this is a very cool page. This is a craft page here. She grows microbes on the back there. So let's see what's on the back. Oh, here's a story about a husky. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Look at this. I might have to, oh, that is cool. I'm going to have to save that one. I'm going to cut that one up. That might be for my son. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's cut this side because I like these pictures and I don't want to cut them off. Isn't that cool? I just found that a husky page. It's awesome. I mean, he hangs the weirdest stuff on his walls. He's 25 and he's single, so he doesn't have anybody like telling him what to hang on the wall. And I had gotten this little pinata. It was at Walmart. They have these mini pinatas. They're so cute. And I've been, you know, I like pinatas. I've never bought one. I've never bought a pinata, if you can believe that. I've never bought a pinata. And I said, you know, maybe because they're so big and I never just wanted a big pinata, but I bought this mini, like this big pinata, a little donkey one, you know, the Mexican like donkey. So cute. I loved it. And I knew my son would love it too. And my younger son, 25-year-old. So I bought it for decoration for his birthday party and hung it for my chandelier in my dining room in the, you know, the middle hanging down, and I didn't put candy in it. You could actually put candy in it if you wanted to, but I didn't. I couldn't find any that I wanted to put in there is what the problem was. I was at Walmart and I didn't. And it was like, you know, during the middle part of COVID where we weren't going anywhere, so I didn't want to go anywhere else to look for candy. So this will fit in here perfectly the way I cut it down. I need to cut it in half. I mean, I could put this in here, and see, this is what I was thinking. I could put this in here. I could bind it in and see how it is with the coils. See how it does. See if it holds up. And if it doesn't hold up, the thing about the coils is you can just pull it out, right? Nobody will even know it was ever in there. So I think I will experiment with these and see how they hold up to being punched. And then when I do, I'll do a flip through and show you like, hey, these held up or they didn't hold up. I had to tear them out. If I had to tear them out, I would be like, I would cut out something. I would cut out pieces and save it that way. If the coils, like, I mean, it should be fine. I'm just saying that's what I would do if it didn't hold up. So that's what I'm going to cut up some of these pages, put them in, well, not, I'll go ahead and put it in one, then I'll bind that one, and then see how it does. And if it does well, I'll put some more in the other ones. Otherwise, I'll be using these pages for something else. I can always cut these up and make ephemera or something out of these, you know, or back them. Oh, look at this one. Back them onto cardstock or something. So, but I think that's going to be it for today. And I don't know if I finished what I was saying there. I just kind of got lost in the pages here. But I hope you enjoyed that little experimentation crafting session there, and that you crafted with me. Just let me know. And I just want to thank everybody for commenting. I get a kick out of your comments. I really do. I read them all. If I usually try to comment, or if I don't comment, I at least heart and like it, your comments. But today I got a kick out of one. It was from last night where I did the flip through of the journal that I already bound like this, out of these books. And one of my, I think she's a fairly new subby, and she said she was just exclaiming of how I sewed through the journals, and I was like, and she was kind of like, her comment was like, you know, I don't remember the exact words she used, but she was like amazed at that I could sew through the cover. And I said, yeah, I know, I was amazed too. I couldn't believe it either. You know, this is the only second time I've tried it, and I thought for sure, you know, I was gonna have to back it out and stop, but it went through all the way around. And she asked me, you know, what kind of needle I use. And you know, I've recently been watching YouTube videos on how to take care of my sewing machine, because I've never really maintained or done anything to it. It's only 3 years old, so I figured, you know, didn't really need anything. But it's 3 years old now, so I figured maybe I need to do something to it to make sure it lasts a long time. So I was watching videos on how to clean it, and one of the videos said you should change your needle. Like, don't use the one you got with it, you know, or very long. Just go ahead and change it. And I was like, well, I wonder if that applies to sewing on paper and books, because like I said, I've had my sewing machine probably for at least 3 years. Although the first couple of years I didn't, or first year or so, I didn't use it that much because I didn't have a craft room yet. So but the point of my story is I've never changed my needle, and I told her in my comment I don't want to change it because I might jinx. I mean, at first I was having trouble with my sewing machine getting everything to work right, and it was just me learning how to use it. But now it's working right. I mean, I don't touch it. This is kind of weird and funny, but I don't touch it. I use it. I don't change the needle. I will clean it at some point. But I, of course, change the thread in the bobbin. But I'd never turn the light off. And I never, the electricity has blinked and gone off and stuff like that before. But as long as it's working, I don't unplug it. I don't turn the light off. I don't turn it off. I'm just like, I don't want to jinx anything. It's working, and I just want it to keep going. So anyway, I just want to share that little story with you about the comment. And then I get a kick out of your comments and stuff. And thank you for watching. Happy crafting, and I'll see you next time.